Now let me tell you, being short, fat, bald, and old, that's a hell of a combination to overcome, isn't it? But I know the secret. Lisa, should I tell her my secret? The lover's secret. All right, guys, listen up. Get your notepads out. The secret to being a great lover is the same secret to being a great leader. And that is simply to love. Willing to commit to love. Love your country. Love your family. Love your battalion, your company, your platoon, your crew, your unit. And by all means, love your fellow soldiers. Do not be afraid of love. Hey, real men don't talk about love, though. They talk about football. They talk about trucks, guns. They get the heebie-jeebies when they're talking about love. That emotion, with all its commitment, all its responsibilities, all of its strings and attachments. But that is what being a soldier is all about. It is about commitment. It is about responsibilities. It is about all those strings and attachments. Now you just returned from a combat tour. You're all seasoned combat vets now. You've all seen the elephants. Soldiers have been going off to war and fighting for their countries for thousands of years. And they all have learned the same lesson. That it's about love. It is the love that gets the soldier through. His love of country, his love of family, of his unit, and his love of fellow soldiers. And besides, where's the chaplain? The chaplain's over here. Yeah. The good book says, faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. So tonight's leadership lesson is, in order to be a great leader, you need to be a great lover. In order to do that, you need to simply open up your heart and your willingness to love. Now tonight, I hope we can let the emotions flow a little bit. After all, this is a celebration, huh? I mean, I'm not going to do no cool in the game lip syncing or anything. I am a man of the 80s. But let's not let anybody go home disappointed tonight, you know? We are givers in the Army, and we want to give you a good time tonight. You paid your money, you got all dressed up, so let's get this party started, huh? Let's laugh a little bit, let's sing, let's dance, and most of all, when the Spirit moves you, let's get a good hoo-ha in there every once in a while, all right? Next thing I want to do is congratulate this battalion on a wonderful deployment in Iraq this past year. It takes an outstanding battalion to pull off a year of combat without a hitch. A year tour. Why do you think the Marines only deployed for 6 months? Weak. You know, the Marines deployed for 6 months and then they tell you all about it. They take pictures and videos and write books. Like, what's up with that? 6 months? Get out of here. My daughter would go for 6 months. Hey, she's only 14. And in the Air Force deploys for 3 or 4 months. Oh. That's weaker still. So the Army, we're the quiet professionals. We're the sentinels of America. We're the ones that are doing the heavy lifting. Because our job is to fight and win our nation's wars. And the Speed and Power Battalion has been deployed for 1 year on and 1 year off since the beginning of this global war terrorism. Some of you guys got them all. We're the most deployed battalion in the Army. Hell yeah, people come and go. Some of you stay. But the regiment lives on. The 269 Armor Regiment continues to fill its roles with America's finest. It continues to add to its laurels of its proud history. Now this year you have added your names and accomplishments to the distinguished history. Names like Kaohsiung, Babil, Karbala, accomplishments like a flawless national Iraqi election, increasing the professionalism of the Iraqi security forces, the legitimacy of the local Iraqi governments, increasing agriculture and economic development, all part of the point strategy. And most so somberly, you've added 2 more Panther soldiers to Heaven's Fiddler of Dreams scrolls. All of these accomplishments, names and places take on special meanings that forevermore will bring back the sights, the sounds, the smells that only soldiers that served with you on this deployment will understand. Only Iraq veterans understand why you steer widely around the garbage on the side of the road. Okay. Only Iraq veterans understand why the hair on the back of your neck stands up when your daughter knocks her math book off the kitchen table and a loud wham comes. Only Iraq veterans understand why sometimes you get up and leave the house when your wife is cooking because those smells trigger memories of a patrol that may have not gone so well. Yeah. And only Sergeant Major has that tape of that lady saying, incoming, 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 every hand reminded. It's true that memories both sad and happy are evoked by these sights, these sounds, and these smells, and they will be throughout our lives. But this is normal. It's normal. This is why we talk about it. This is why we share it with fellow soldiers. Because remember, it is the love that sees us through. War is not only hell, which all the pundits and book writers want you to know, because war does bring out the absolute worst in people. Tales of murder, betrayal, lust, greed. But for those of us who have served, war also gives us a peek into the most good, the most noble of human spirit. War gives us also a peek into the best of us, the selfless service, the teamwork, the kinship, and yes, the love of soldiers. Be proud to share that love with your soldiers. You heroes are sitting here today. Heroes that did what they were asked to do, that gave the best they could do. For all the good Lord can ask of an angel is that He gives His best. The heroes that volunteered to serve your country in time of war. Heroes that accomplished their mission day in and day out in Iraq. Whether it was that going on patrol, answering the radios, arming the force, fueling the force, feeding the force, outfitting the force, etc. Yes, all of us here today are heroes because the Army is a team sport. No individual soldier can win a war. It takes a team, a collective, with the sole purpose of closing with and destroying our enemies. But this collective, this team, this army, any army, is made up of individuals like you, the best our nation has to offer, the fabric of our society. Stand up if you've completed 2 combat tours. How about stay standing if you've completed 3?